Greetings and salutations, This is Wolfphototech, and here we are with another delightful video. This time I'm covering the Pathfinder 2nd Edition Secrets of Magic Spell Cards expansion deck for Secrets of Magic. This is a newer set that was released in the past within a year from in the past. Sorry, it's kind of hard to recall exactly when it was released. However, in the Secrets of Magic book, they introduced two new classes. The Summoner. Got the iconic for the Summoner, as well as the iconic for the Magus, or Magus. As you can see, much like the previous set, they, instead of putting it on a separate card, they actually put it on the side of the box for the OGL. In this box, there's easily enough room for another set to be added. And this set includes all the expanded cards for the Secrets of Magic book, all the focus spells, as well as all 4 traditions for the book as well. Blah, 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 blah. Speech impediment activated. I'm going to just pull out a few of these cards to get you a good quick shot at thinking, hey, this is exactly what this thing is about. Sorry, it's a little messy. I just got done with a session. My party had a ton of fun and going through all the mess as I came up for them. But anyways, on the backside for the focus spells, they happen to have the Summoner for the iconic Summoner, as well as the Magus iconic. And then when you come to the Divine, you got the iconic for the Divine, as well as iconic for Occult and so forth. But I get ahead of myself. Let's get to the basics here. First and foremost, these cards are actually exceedingly well made. The font is actually well done on them. It's all clearly organized consistently from top to bottom. You got the keywords, you have your components, the characteristics tied to the spells, as well as the level and what type of spell it is, and so forth. Now, it's also important to note that Paizo does an incredibly intelligent, smart move that so many other playing aid or prop cards or spells don't pull, is that so many cards for playing up, so many player aid cards for Pathfinder, Dungeons and Dragons, other TTRPGs will have all the information on one side of the card, and they'll have artwork on the other side of the card. Now, in a lot of cases, I happen to have a card out because I'm running a bunch of people through an adventure, and I happen to have an ogre waiting for them at some point. But anyways, they will have the artwork on one side and the information on the other, and many times the information will run down the card, and it will have something that states along the line, go to page such and such. In the case of the Paizo cards, the backside also has the run over information for the card. So instead of having to use multiple cards for one spell, or it literally just tells you go read the player's handbook, the core rule book, book. It literally has all the important information you need on the card. Also, the way Paizo has engineered the mechanics of Pathfinder 2nd Edition, it's actually exceedingly well thought out to a ridiculously refined degree. I'm not joking, because Paizo in the Pathfinder 2nd Edition system versus previous editions of Dungeons & Dragons and even the current edition of Dungeons & Dragons, Pathfinder Spell Cards lists are not broken up as in Cleric, Bard, Wizard, Sorcerer, They're broken up into Divine, Primal, Occult, and Arcane, as well as you got focus spells. Now, the great thing about that is, focus spells are really neat because in the case of a focus spell, you'll see there that it's actually, there's a tag for summoner. The focus spells are class-specific spells that require only like a point to cast. The focus spell mechanic is that when you gain a focus spell, you'll oftentimes get it through a feat. And through that feat, you'll oftentimes get a focus point. You can have a maximum of 3 focus points. You start with a capacity of 1, and each time you add a feat that grants you a focus point, you can gain another focus point spot or slot for more focus points. So you start with 0 focus points with a capacity of 0 focus points. And when you get the feat, for most focus spells, it'll oftentimes give you another focus point slot as well as another focus point. So you start out with 0, you get a feat, you get 1 focus slot and 1 focus point, and then when you get another feat, you can get another focus point and another focus point slot. And various feats adjust how you regain focus points, but generally when you regain a focus point is basically like you take 10 minutes to refocus your character, like a mini rest, and then once you have done with that mini rest, you regain a focus point by default, up to the maximum capacity of focus points you have. So you would have to take 30 minutes to regain all 3 focus points if you used all of them. However, with feats, you can regain 2 focus points in 10 minutes or 3 points in 10 minutes. And as I said before, you can gain a capacity that increases all the way up to 3 focus points. I believe there's currently no classes that allow for, or feats that allow for more than 3 focus points. The absolute max is 3. And it's actually a really nice system they devised for customization of classes with the focus points. However, also the other awesome thing is that you have a grouping or a family of spells, or what they call a tradition, like Primal, Occult, and so forth. And you can have multiple classes like wizards who can share the Arcane tradition with some with maguses, witches, sorcerers, warlocks. No, there's no such thing as warlocks in Pathfinder 2nd Edition. I had a brain fart for 5 seconds right there. But anyways, multiple classes can share a tradition. A tradition is Arcane, Primal, Divine, and Occult. And because Paizo broke it up like that, you can always they can always release a new box set that happens to have new Primal cards in it, and you could always add those new Primal cards to your previous set. And any class that can use Primal spells, a Primal tradition, can use those cards. It doesn't really matter or if it's you got like a you got a witch or you got a druid. They all use Primal spells and they draw from the same list. Otherwise, it would state otherwise if it's an exclusive spell. In the case of this is actually a fun little example of a Primal spell. This is actually a revised version of that setup, but all the information is pretty nicely laid out overall. I do really like how they thought about how they set up their whole magic system, and how Paizo is constantly evolving the concept of the magic system in their Pathfinder games, as well as Starfinder. And Starfinder actually does have magic in it. They use a different. They have another set of cards for that. There's actually another set, an expansion set that recently released. It covers a lot of the spells that were not included in the core rulebook. And at some point, I'll go for Starfinder. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you happen to enjoy this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and tell me so in the comments below. If you dislike, please tell me so why in the comments below, and hit the dislike button. I hope you have a delightful day, a nice night, a wonderful week, and a magnificent month, and see you next time.